Oh, hi. I came in to see Tony yesterday for the keynote speech and asked him about how much time I had and explained to him that to express my views on future learning with regard streams and indeed how I saw they be integrated in an augmented manner in virtual worlds, etc. I told him that I'd be doing this presentation. As you can see, this is outside the Prince of Wales in Kensington. I think some of you might have come up there yesterday to eat. So let me crack on with this presentation. Here I am inside my office above the pub, and you'll note that I'm actually watching the presentation or a clip of the presentation that I took while sitting with Tony yesterday.
But actually, we now need to expand that. So we've got it doing amazing stuff. We're trying to take every customer on the journey. So we've not made anything complicated. This is just telling they're already searching, discovering things in a different way to the way they've done previously. But actually, they now want more. So we're working with different major brands, look at different ways of extending the platform and say to people, here's an opportunity for you to put your services to a different audience. So the NPC, we had that's a nice integrated app that takes a live video feed.
Right. Now, this both expresses the fact that in a lot of learning in the future, it will be content creation both by the so-called tutor and by those being taught. This content creation will take many forms, including worlds such as this, virtual worlds. But I'd like to express that virtual worlds in itself is I would say is any format in which you can transfer this information, and in this case we're talking about streaming. A couple of points concerning Ian's keynote yesterday, where I believe he said that he did not see the TV as a PC. I would beg to differ. I suspect with the kind of work he's doing now, and the fact that YouTube, for instance, have brought in live, the facility to live stream at the same time. I think this tool of which Virgin or all media producers have an advantage. That is the leverage that we all have these boxes already, and these boxes, which we used to call our TVs, which are now our boxes, will be our source of content creation and reading and watching. And going back to his IP, he was talking about the IP and when the source of the films or whatever were coming over onto the stream, and whether when you left your premises you'd be able to have access to it, and they were trying to resolve it. Again, when content becomes moves from the content to our content, which is what I would say is going to happen in the future, then these issues will be resolved. Yeah, and then there was just there was one more issue, the issue of the device being the entity. Again, because I'm involved in that kind of behind-the-scenes research, biometrics and the fact that we shall interact with that box will in fact, and with all the broadband he was talking about and the amount of data that Virgin can present, because of biometrics, we'll be able to make each individual in the room part of the entity instead of just having the TV as the entity. I would have loved to have spent a bit longer showing you around our world with St. Mary Abbott's Virgin roof gardens over there and the Daily Mail building. However, I'm aware of the time constraints. What I would leave you by saying is, for all those who are representing companies out here who want to produce solutions for streaming, I think, as far as education and indeed social media is concerned, I think a lot of us forget to ask the end user, who in fact will dictate the direction it's going to go. And I think and I hope that this has at least opened your minds up to the possibility that there are other avenues of thought going on, and it's necessary to tap into them. Thank you.